was no video on Saturday, I'll explain everything. So, this weekend was Falmouth Shantyfest, and I was performing with extra sets. The opening ceremony and closing ceremony, and the shout at the very, very end after everyone had left. I performed over 11 sets, which is huge. And doing so, when I came back on Saturday night, it was 1 a.m. As I had a gig at about 10 that started at 10 and didn't finish until 11 on the opposite side of Falmouth in a place called Flushing. So I was unable to record anything on that day, and everything before that I was just working up until the very, very last second, so I apologise for missing a video. It will be back as normal this weekend. I'll see if I could do something on Friday, as I have another festival that I will be performing at this weekend, or just the Saturday. It may be a Sunday, it may be Friday. It'll probably be recorded Friday and scheduled for Saturday. You could probably tell that my voice is slightly gone. Well, this is actually the best it's been. Yesterday it was a squeaky mess, and I was going to try and record something then, but it was so bad. But I had such a good time, and I made a lot of very good memories, and so yeah, that's just the way that was. Back here in Pandaria, however, we will be getting stuck in with killing some foxes and killing Darkhide. Now, I did have a look at the quests. We've only got Nessingwary Safari to do in order to complete all of them for this area. So what I was thinking is we may go back to Jade Forest to do a bit more if we don't hit 87. If we do hit 87, we'll be making our way up to Kunlai Summit, but being very selective about where we go. I think we were going to aim for like Winter's Blossom and things like that. So let's try and kill some of these bloody foxes that we had such trouble with last week. Yeah. I hope everyone is doing really, really well. All of the good stuff that goes with it. God. To be fair, I'd been waiting for a while trying to think, like, God, what am I going to talk about? And I can't just talk about the festival the entire time. I think people might get quite bored of me at that point. So, well, do a little bit. It is still very interesting, at least to me. So it went from Friday to Sunday. And I had 3 slots on Friday, and then I was offered another slot on Saturday, so I took it. And so there was 3 slots on Saturday, 2 slots on Sunday. There was also the opening ceremony, which counted itself as a slot, and the closing ceremony, which also counted itself as a slot. But all of it was just great. A couple of hiccups here and there, but that's a live performance. You're not really going to be expected to get it right first time every time, However, just had overall just a great time, and by the Sunday my voice was really gone. It was kind of embarrassing. I really suffering from success. However, by the time the end of Sunday came around, and we were just, I didn't know that there was a shout going on. Now the shout is everybody comes together at the end, and everybody kind of, goes to a pub, and all the different groups will come together and they just sing together. With the festival, traditionally, you would be singing with your groups, and if you wanted to meet up and sing, you could do that on your own time. But this shout was just an opportunity for everybody. Who, I like to think we're all fairly good friends. We know each other, and we sing together, and we have fun, and we drink, and other people drank. I didn't drink at all that weekend, unfortunately, as I was driving in. But it was fantastic fun. I really enjoyed it, and made a lot of good friends, including some totally new people that, people I'd met before but not really interacted with, and then people that I hadn't met before. There was a group that came from the Orkney Isles, who are a completely mad group of people who are absolutely phenomenal singers, and it was really, really cool to interact with them and just sing with them. It was great. It was just I often thought about those people who were saying all weekend, like, it was very brave of me to be doing what I was doing by myself, and I only sing by myself because I can't trust. I can trust myself to cock up, It becomes slightly harder with other people, and that's no slight on other people. I guess I'm quite autistic in the way that I think about these kind of things, and, very certain that I'm autistic, so that makes sense. So yeah, it is just, I will only be able to rely on myself with it, because if I try and rely on other people, it would make it a lot harder for me to deal with. So it just slightly more simple that way. Hello. I'll go more into it in just a smidge. We've got to hand these in first, though. So, Tani, well done. You outfoxed the foxes. I will talk to Mr. Plebe about getting you another trophy made. Fantastic. Oh, look, he's doing it there. There it is. Has he done it so it's... Oh, wow. This guy's good. Check it out. He's done it so... I mean, the jaw's a little fucked up. But it's stealthed. How do you manage to do that? That's brilliant. Hammett. Putting the big into Big Game Hunter. Well, there's the head. Now that's a proper trophy right there. And we get a hero's purse. Now that is a trophy. Hammett Nesmergy. Granted, tortoises are not big game, but they can be mean game. They also work as the perfect bait for bigger game. Gotcha found some old tablets saying that the Tajari pit is a sacrificing site. The old empire used to feed unruly sorts to the waters, as it were. Well, I mean to see what's down in the water. Gather me some fresh tortoise shells and meet me at the pit. Let's see if the old legends are true. Gather 5 intact tortoise shells. Yeah, sure. Alright, I can do that. Off we go. Let's see. Yeah, so each set was about an hour long. I had an hour slot, and I made use of it as much as I could. Very cool, very exciting stuff. But also made a set list for every single place ahead of time to try and just, I don't know why, I still think about this. So normally with some groups that I talk to, they would really only get a set list or sort the set list out about 20 minutes before. And that makes sense because, you know, you could see what kind of crowd you're working with and everything like that. Which is great. It makes it slightly easier. But I prefer, with my sets, I can see how much time each song will take. And with that, how much time I have to perform. And I know as well, by looking through some of the recordings that I got sent after the festival, that I perform slightly faster. And I don't know if that's the adrenaline or what, but this, I was told this last year. Last year I was told by a wonderful couple who came up to me at the end of my set and said, "You're absolutely fantastic, we love your voice." One thing that I would say, that if you could slow it down a bit, because some of us have trouble understanding what you're saying when you say it so fast. Which is, you know, I heard that a lot because I'd lived in London for so long. I had to talk fast in order to keep up. But yeah, I was looking back through it and just going, "Oh Jesus, that's really swift. I really shouldn't have done that." But well, at least I think that as I'm performing, I'm going quite slow. I'm taking my time. I'm really enjoying it. But then I look at it and it's like I'm on 1.5 speed, which is, you know, frustrating. But it just simply cannot be helped. There we go. There's one more shot we need now. So now with the sets pre-made, and I know how much time I'm going to take, give or take about 50 minutes with the speed I'm going, I can then add or remove, entirely dependent on the crowd. I made very split-second decisions this year, I guess, to change up sets. And that's fine. It works really, really well like that. The only problem was I made a kind of challenge to myself that I would only use each each song I know, which was, I think, something 175 once, which would have made it, you know, everything set in stone. Not the best idea, really. Damn it. I've always been living in my father's shadow, but after today, folks are going to remember the name of Nessingwary Jr. Thank you. This one ought to one-up me pop. Ooh. Ooh, very nice. Very, very nice. If them tablets were correct, all you got to do is a small dance ritual, and the big thing of the deep will be summoned. When it comes out, we'll get 'em and show me pop we are both true big game hunters. So we need to destroy Torjar's Bane, who's a beast of legend. Need to do a dance. Oh, resorting to hocus pocus now, are ya? You'll see, Pop. I'm gonna bag me a big one. Alright, let's see if this old ritual will work. Step 1, dance. Step 2, say the word. Heed my call, waters of pain, and bring forth Torjari's Bane. The master calls, he says. Junior, no. Come on, we need to save my boy. Yes, we do indeed. Let's go. The master calls. That's terrifying. Well, seems as if the legends are absolutely true. There is... What is that? Did you see that? Or it might have been the shadow. Oh no, it might have been those fish. Not too sure. No matter. Lair of the beast. You're being hunted. Well, that's no fun. Oh god, they're both here. Okay. Hammett. The master comes. Shake him. Watch the corners. I hear something coming. There he is. You chose the wrong hunter to hunt, Sparrow. Kite that thing a little further away so I can get a better shot. Alright, cool. Come with me. We got it. And there it goes. Sorry I made such a mess of things. No, you were right. You put big into big game hunting. You done me proud, son. I love you, Pop. Aw, I love you too, son. Now let's go get us a pint. There we go. Very nice. Let's get ourselves back to the camp. Oops, completely missed the exit there. That would have been embarrassing. So, yes. That was pretty much my weekend summed up, I guess. I'm trying to think if there was anything I've missed, but I really don't think there is. There was a lot. Like a lot. And I think I did quite well in day one, keeping a lot of my voice. I really started losing it day two on Saturday. And then by day three, I was amazed it was still there, but it did make me really think about, management of the voice. It's not something, I haven't been professionally trained in singing like some of the other people have been. So it does make you think, like, oh well, how do I string it along for as long as possible? I'm just going to pop this down here just in case that thing does come back. But Hammett, you saved me, son. I cannot thank you enough. Please take this for your efforts. The Nessingwary Signet Ring, which is absolutely awesome. And that is Nessingwary Safari. Thank you for saving me, Sparrow. I owe you a big one. Indeed. I wish Mr. Plebe would be able to, hand these over to us, but he only gives us the ability to skin things, which we're not doing with this character. Do we need anything else? These are 14 slot bags. We don't need any more. We're not quite 87 yet. Ooh, okay. These shoulders are better than what we got. Oh, shoulder. It's male, so it's still pretty good. We'll pop that on there. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We'll keep that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We'll keep them. All of them. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Oh wow. Okay. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Pop that up there. Monkey and Stormblast. I think the hang on. 2568 armor. 2568 armor. Yeah. 830 agility and 830 stamina. 982 stamina, 655 agility, hit and crit strike, so that is probably going to be way better than the monkey. That we... don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need a staff, don't need them, don't need them, don't need them, don't need them, no, 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 no. We're slowly going through our scrolls. Right, pop that over there. Check what we had in there, which was 22 gold. Alright, so that's not bad at all. Right, what I think we'll do is we'll make our way over to this next quest. Start the quest line. We don't have to finish it, but we'll start it. We're still rested, so we're gaining double XP, basically. And, I can't remember. I think it is this, this, version. This version of World of Warcraft that when you fly, it will still take time getting there, you know. But that's alright. We'll talk to Taransu. Hello. Yeah. Stoneplow Thirst, greeting. Ah, yes, of course. Emmy's come through. I hope all is well at the Stormstar Brewery. My men don't do well without beer. There we go. And then we'll get the evacuation orders. Sorry. Try that again. The defense of Stoneplow is more important than you may know. If the Mantid take Stoneplow, they may as well take the entire valley. Beyond this wall, there are nothing to stop them from sweeping through the entirety of Pandaria. Okay, a few farmers remain in the field, some perilously close to the crumbling wall. I don't want any farmers pretending to be heroes. We will take care of this Mantid swarm, and they can return to their homes. My Shadowpan are too busy defending this town to organize evacuations. You want to prove yourself useful? Get those farmers out of harm's way. So, evacuate the Black Soil family, the Spadepaw family, the Greentil family, and the Malfur family. You got it. And then Lynn Tenderpaw. I'm not from here. I've never even been here before today, but I can tell you that something's wrong. That wall over there was built to keep Mantid off the Pandaren lands. Now the Mantid are sending their winged scouts over the top, as if the wall wasn't even there. The only reason those spindly scouts aren't dying is because they're attacking farmers, not soldiers. They wouldn't stand a chance against someone like you. Alright, so we need to slay 14 Ichthic Mantid in Stoneplow.
I hope to see you again soon.
Ooh, there is a repair person here. That would be useful.
Welcome, wanderer.
Thank you. That will be for food and drink. Thunderfoot Inn. We'll change our inn to here just because it will make it slightly easier. Any other quests? No. Messenger Grummel, I think, is going to be our way of getting to the next area. So let's worry about them a little later on. Greentil. Stay back. Wait, you're not one of them. We're not accustomed to outsiders, and with the Mantid breaking through the wall, Anyway, what can we do for you? Lume has issued evacuation orders. I see. I hope that we would wait this invasion, but if the authorities want us to leave, we will leave. Ying, Huizong, gather your things. We're leaving the farm until it's safe. Oh, honey. Yeah, I know, it sucks. Is this nice person gonna kill all the bad Mantid soldiers? You bet your sweet ass. Yes. Right, let's get these guys as well. Malfur.
What do you need?
Zhang, how can I help you, Hunter?
Enough of that.
Evacuation orders. I'm a farmer, Hunter. It's all I know. All we have is our land, and our commander wants us to give it up to the Mantid. I will not do it. My grandfather knew what he was getting into when he first planted seed in the shadow of the Serpent's Spine. I have my wife, 2 strong daughters, and 2 strong sons. Thank you, but we can protect this farm ourselves. Sure, whatever. Sounds an awful like it's not my problem anymore. Let's get these Mantid. Our first encounter with the Mantid, actually. Here is the little sparrow. Yeah, we'll kick the shit out of them some more. And get some windwall cloth whilst we're at it. That's very good. We need to do a big sell of windwall cloth at some point soon. It's nice to have, we're getting to that part of the level where we're going to have to start taking on 6, they're 87. It's actually taken us a little bit of time to properly get them. Didn't even see how I managed to get up there. Polished hammer of the landslide. I mean, that looks quite interesting. Very cool. Something else that we can sell. Right, we'll get these guys. Just trying to think of anything else that I can talk about that isn't Sheffield. Oh, I can tell you what's going on this weekend. So my dad actually helped me with this one. It was sometime last year. He got us talking to someone, their local town, who was just happening to run an event in the summer of next year. And they're like, oh, well, my son performs. Do you want him? And they emailed me. I said, yeah, go on then. You know, what's the catch? What are we gonna do? And it's gonna be now that my voice is coming back, which is great. I've had an entire festival to figure out which songs I like, so I'm more than happy to just kind of what's it called? I'm ready to go, basically. I've done all the research for it. I have not done I've not made a set list for it though, which will be the next thing. I'll make a rough one with some. I'm gonna do it differently. Instead of doing a flow like I always do, excuse me, I will try and do it so here's the songs I really want to play, here's the ones that might work, here's the ones that, you know, if you've got time for, you can do later. It'll be really interesting. I want to try and branch out and do it differently this time. We'll talk to Shu Lee Spadepore. Those had better not be evacuation papers, I see. Oh, yeah, sorry, love. Outsiders, you know nothing about the Stone Plough way. We're proud, we're strong, we are descended from the blood of the tiller himself, and we don't run from trouble. That's right, now please, human, leave us, and let us defend our property. What's fucking left of it? Sure. All we need to do now is get the black soils, which I believe are over there. Yeah. We'll do what we can. Where are the black soil family? Oh, they're up here, aren't they? Yes. Let's see if we can get there a little bit faster. There. Way black soil. Yes. Evacuation orders. Oh, I don't know. I'm old. I know I've always. Oh God, look out! Oh, that was close. I've reconsidered. It's too dangerous to stay here. No piece of land is worth losing your life over. Let me see those orders. Well, hang on, let me get these guys first. Nice of you to finally come to your senses, though. That's very kind of you. Lovely. Okay. Yep, they're right here. Let's go. And that's all of them done. As soon as we kill this guy, I'm sure we'll be able to get down. There we go. I feared that this day would come. I will pack up my things. Okay. We do not need to follow him, I don't think. So let's get ourselves back. Could have gone better, but that's alright. We'll run all the way back. The only downside of doing all these festivals right now is that I'm not at work. And though many would see that as a blessing, I rely on our currency, Great British Pounds, that I am given for working in order to sustain my way of life, and that being I need to pay rent and stuff like that. Alright. Lynn asked you to help us out, rather presumptive of her. Still, we are short, man. We won't turn down your help or the girls. You have our thanks, Hunter. Cheers. And evacuation orders. A few stubborn ranchers want to make my job harder. Fine, I'll rob no Pandaren of his right to defend their land. We'll take the pauldrons, but we don't really need them. We should be able to handle the defensive stone platform here on out. The Watchman's commander motions towards Lind Tenderpaw. Lind here is searching for someone she calls the Hidden Master. I believe I know who she's talking about, and I have a clue for you. Go north. So, I will accept it.
So others do not have to.
However, I don't really... we did it last time, and it was okay, but it wasn't outstanding. It was, you know, I would much rather... I mean, I can't go to Kunlai immediately, but I imagine we'll go the same way. Up to Binan and then over to, well, it was over here for the Horde, but we'll be West Wind Ridge and then up to One Keg, and we'll definitely do the Temple of the White Tiger stuff and maybe Kota Base Camp and Winter Blossom and kind of spread it out, do a bit more. So we got a couple of levels left. What I'm gonna do
Speak up.
is I am going to fly us back to Pordon Village. It will be a bit of a mission, but in this flight we're going to do a couple of things. In going back to Pordon Village, we're going to go back to Stormwind, sell all of our stuff here, our Windwall cloth and all of our glyphs, and we'll see as well if we can get some more of our own glyphs, because we only have these ones. We've got pathfinding, which is good, and then Glyphatane Beast, which is also very good, but we've got all these extra slots and I'd rather try and get some more stuff. So whilst we're flying, let's look into that. While your pet is active, all healing done by you and your pet is increased by 10%. I think that would be pretty good. Animal bond, sure thing. Black ice, while you move through the area affected by your ice trap, you gain movement speed. Nah. Camouflage now provides stealth even while moving, but your movement speed is actively reduced. I wouldn't mind that if I use camouflage more, but I don't. Chimera shot and aim shot we can't use. Deterrence, I don't think we've really used it at all. Disengage increases the distance you travel when you disengage. That could be interesting. Distracting shot now distracts the target you attack to attack your pet instead of you. Well, that's pointless because I always use distracting shot to get them on me as opposed to the pet. endless wrath. While bestial wrath is active, your pet cannot be killed, but can still be damaged. Okay. Enduring deceit. Camouflage also reduces spell damage. Nah. Explosive trap no longer deals damage. Instead, knocks enemies back from the trap when it explodes. Nah. Freezing trap breaks. The victim's movement speed is reduced by 70%. Nah. Increase the radius of effect of your ice trap by 2 yards, maybe, but not really. It reduces the radius of aspect of the pack by 33 pounds. Nah. When you disengage, you're healed for 5% of your total health. That could be useful. That could be very useful. I'll tell you what I'll do. Instead of being a sausage and just reading these out for you guys to hear, I'll write them down so I know which ones are probably going to be useful for us to look up. Let's see. So we already have pathfinding. Animal bond. Yeah. Okay, animal bond. Disengage. And then what was the one? Endless wrath. Liberation. Okay, Master's Call. Increases duration of Master's Call. No. Mend Pet. Gives the Mend Pet ability 100% chance to cleanse. Curse, disease, magical poison effect. Each tick. Okay. Glyph of Mending. Your Mend Pet now heals every 1 second and heals for an additional 25% of your pet's health over its duration. Heals every 1 second as opposed to over 10 seconds. Mending. Sure. Let's look into it. Mirrored Blades. When attacked by a spell and deterrent, you have 100% chance to reflect it back. Misdirection. When your pet, the cooldown of misdirection is reset. No Escape. Increases the range crit strike chance of all your attacks on targets affected by your freezing trap by 100%. That's pretty good. Scatter Shot. Probably should have read the rest of them before doing that, but that's okay. That's no problem. At least we can fly here. Let's see. Scatter Shot. Increases the range of Scatter Shot by 3 yards. That's Counter Shot. Scatter Shot's up here. You know what? I should probably do that. Because Counter Shot interrupts anything from doing that. But that will literally just disorient the target. Which will also do the same thing. But this causes damage that doesn't. Don't know why I didn't do that before. Range, nah. Snake Trap. Snakes from your snake traps take 90% reduced damage from area of effect attacks. Not really. Solace, your freezing trap and scatter shot also remove all damage over time effects from their targets. Removes all damage over time effects. Seems weird, but okay. And Trank Shot no longer costs focus, but has a 10-second cooldown. Tranquilizing Shot here. Nah. So I think those are the ones that we're going to want to get. There. Minor Glyphs. Aspect of the Beast. Aspect. Hunter takes on the aspect of a beast becoming untrackable. Only one aspect. Okay. Cheetah no longer causes you to be dazed. Instead, the effect is cancelled and all your aspects are placed on a full second cooldown. Pack increases the range. Where are we going? We're just going around here. Aspects. Each time you activate a new aspect, an animal companion representing that animal will follow you for 15 seconds. Misdirection target to appear larger. Fetch. Could be useful. Retrieve loot from a nearby corpse within 40 yards. Fireworks. Launches fireworks from your gun, bow or crossbow. Reduces the size of your pet. Marking. Hunter's Mark now places a bullseye on your target instead of its usual visual. Reduces pushback suffered from damaging attacks while casting Revive Pet. Stampede no longer summons pet from your stable, instead use copies of your current pet. I think Fetch and maybe Beast. We'll see how much they cost. Alright. There's also, obviously our specs are fine. Do we need any changes here? I don't think we do. I'm more than happy with post-haste. Spirit, Intimidation's the only one we really want. Spirit Bond. Unit health will generate health that way. Thrill of the Hunt, 30% chance for cost focus or kill command. Next focus shot or arcane and multi, yeah. Someone's power, nah. Instruments, nah. Lynx Rush, Blink Strikes. Murder of Crows, nah. Okay, what would we do for 90? Hurl 2 glaives towards a target, each dealing 4,141 damage. Reducing movement speed. Primary target will take 4 times as much damage from each strike. The glaives return back to you, damaging and snaring targets. Okay, whatever, probably. Power shot. You wind up a powerful shot which deals 600% weapon damage to the target and 300% weapon damage to all enemies in between you and the target. Enemies hit by power shot are also knocked back. And then barrage, which will be rapidly spraying shots forwards, dealing a total 640% weapon damage to the enemy target and the average of 320% weapon damage to each of the enemy targets in front of you. And it's usable while moving. So it's between, probably for me, power shot and barrage. I don't know which one it will be. We'll have to see. This Borgund Priest is doing something. We don't know what, though. Very cool armor. Anyway. Windwool Cloth. Really should specify that. Windwool Cloth. So there's bolts of windwool, and then there's actual windwool. The cheapest 20 stack is just about 11 gold. So what I'll do is I'll put them on for 10 gold a stack. And that'll be 11 stacks. There we go. Now, glyphs. This is going to be interesting. Glyph. First of all, we've got this one, which is the Rogue. Search for that. It is headhunting. Headhunting here, 25 gold, roughly. Wait, no, that's to learn the glyph. Teaches you how to inscribe it. Oh, so this is inscription stuff. Recipe. Inscription. It is a technique glyph of skeleton. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Lean pack. Oh, right. So they're not headhunting here. Glyph of two gold, not a lot. Okay, that's a shame, but alright, let's put them all on for about 2 gold, 3 gold. 2 gold. You. And you. All at the bottom there, 2 gold each. These are weapons that I'm keeping around for when I'm at, I don't know why they're all 88. It's weird. Oh, there's a bit more. Okay, Ember Silk Cloth. I don't know how much the Ember Silk Cloth goes for. Oh, shoot. Ember Silk Cloth. Just 4. Round that up to well, it's 4.5. 2.25 for 10. So about 2 gold. There we go. We'll keep that windwall cloth on us just in case we need it. Partially soaked pages would be useful. I don't even remember what they are, but we'll get rid of them now. We will look for hunter glyphs. Let's go. Okay, so the ones that we want: aspect, of the beast. That's way too expensive. Glyph of animal bond is not here. This is a bit not not a lot there really, is it? Cheetah. What is the asset? Cheetah no longer causes you to be dazed. Okay. Disengage. No, that I think that is the only one that's on there. The only one. Yeah. God, that is really frustrating. I tell you what, the next character that I'm going to make for the Legion expansion, the same that Glocks is on, is gonna have inscription as a thing. I'm not paying that. Oh, excuse me. Right. Let us sell this and then get back. Oh wait, we got the motor harmony. Oh no, we need that for thingy, don't we? Yeah. All right. That's enough from that. Thank you. Hopefully we can find some buyers for that. I can't remember what you do. You don't do anything. No.
See you later.
The troll incursion. No, you're right. Are we doing okay for flying? I can't remember, so we'll have a look. That's the Griffin Keepers. Griffin Masters.
Well met.
Artisan riding, and then... Oh, that is a lot. Faster flying mounts, and then fastest
Keep your feet on the
or even
ground.
faster. Alright, here's what I'll do. I'll put all these over here. We will make our way back to Pandaria. If we're about here... There's no quest for us there, okay. Oh no, I can't fly over there, can I? I was literally just going to be like, I'll just fly into the Vale of Eternal Blossoms and have a look at the Shrine of Seven Stars, but that is not possible. No, what? No,
Until next
I
time.
can't get there, there's no point. Symphon. Nah, you're right, buddy. Right, what do we do? Well, I guess we'll keep doing the Hidden Master quest line until I hit 87. It's just gonna be... It's not unfortunate. It's just like, well, we did this already. And I'm trying not to repeat the ones I've done already. Bonobos. We're probably in a good shout to get this legendary if we want to do that. Yeah, let's fucking know. God, where's he going? Oh, fuck. Messed that one up. That's it. filth. Oh wow, I'm sorry, man. Thunderfall gauntlets. Well, if that isn't ironically close, I'm not too sure what is. We will make our way through this mist and fog and past these misty bastards to the guy at the far end. There he is. Master Bruisepaw. You seek training. Pandaren studies your physique for several seconds without speaking. Alright. We will start with a test. Trial of bamboo. Your friend Lin failed this test. Follow me and listen carefully to my instructions. So we need to speak with him. Successfully strike stack of bamboo repeatedly 3 times. Sure, let's go.
This test is simple. All you need to do is strike the bamboo until it breaks.
Sure.
But it's too thick for round, you might say. That is part of the
Already
test.
we found someone who's bought our imbecile. That's good.
You must focus all your energy into one fist. Then strike. Patience is the key.
Oops.
You must focus. Learn quickly.
Yeah, there we go. One more like that, please. Nice. Master Bruisepaw, you show promise, Sparrow. We will continue. It is now time for your first round of training. Oh, is this the montage? It is the montage. Okay, lovely. Okay. What I'll do is I'll read this scroll. Pandaren fighting tactics. During the dark days of the Mogul dynasties, Pandaren slaves were not permitted weapons of any kind. When training in secret, Pandaren monks would often use farm tools or simple bamboo staves for practice. Emphasis was also placed on unarmed strikes. In contrast, the favored weapons of the Mogul were based off fear rather than practicality. They were large, cumbersome, and difficult to wield. Pandaren monks took advantage, developing fast strikes and the skill to quickly move around the battlefield. The larger, slower Mogul were often completely disoriented by the speed of the Pandaren monks in open combat. Over the years, fighting styles have changed dramatically, incorporating any number of any other abilities, weapons, and styles, etc. But the core foundation of Pandaren fighting techniques remains the same. Defeat an opponent at any sides with your bare paws if you have to. Alright, let's see. Master Bruisepaw. They will be mist and fog wards. The mist in this forest is a constant nuisance, one of which I'm glad to hand off to trainees like you. Strange creatures lurk in the mists between these trees, and they must be constantly pushed back. Consider this part of your training, so we need to slay 12 mist incarnations, that's fine. And fog wards. Trainee, Several wards surrounding us, hidden in the woods near my home. They are quite effective at dispersing the mist, but they require constant upkeep. You'll find one to the north, one in the west, one in the south. Find these wards and light them. Like the northern fog ward, the western fog ward, and the southern fog ward will get a necklace of relative peace. Lin.
Greetings.
I like to go tell Zhao, Kang, and the others, but I found the hidden master, but now he won't let me leave. He says I have to pass the test of bamboo first. How do you do that, by the way? It looks like for the time being, I'm stuck here practicing my punches against this rock, and my knuckles are about to cave in. If you can gather some jade moon leaves I could prepare an ointment that will at least numb some of this pain. Sure, so we need to gather 18 jade moon leaves. This may be enough for us to graduate, I guess. That's the right word. Are they red? Yes, they are. Oh, they make it so easy. Alright. Let's start with these leaves. Training a little bit purple behind us because of this sting. Remember that the scatter shot only has a very small range. Let's just keep it as it is for now. Killing some more of these incarnations. We'll also put the northern fog ward on. Lovely. Wonderful stuff. Shame we got twigged again. That's an enemy target. Cleanse. Cleanse? God, I can't actually remember. That's the tranquilizing shot, which is for other things, but... Am I just being silly? I'm only just doing this now because it's annoying to me. No. Oh, we get Stampede next. Summons all of your pets to fight your current target for 20 seconds. Your pets deal 25% of their normal damage in arenas and background while summoned this way. Okay. Well, that's cool. Put right there, another 10. Can you... There we go. Nice work. Don't bring that to me. There we go. That's another round. Being done in the background. Set some raccoons on fire. seen that we don't no longer have any glyphs on us, and are thinking, oh well, you know, would you like some more glyphs? I mean, they're inscription glyphs as well. They're not even going to be useful for us. They're not worth a lot. In fact, how much are they worth just here? I don't know. You know, usually the professions come in pairs, you know. But what is inscription's pair? What has changed? Oh, right, that's weird. There we go, and that's the last one. Go round them if possible. We'll take this guy out so it's a straight shot. There we go. Activate that ward. Make our way back if possible. Nice work, well done. We'll get those carapaces. Carapace. And gun it. Oh, we're going straight through everything here. Let's try and stick to the path. There we go, that's much better. I had a trail of thought. It's gone now. I apologise.
Hello.
There's your things there.
May your days bring
Perfect. Master Brew's Paw. There's the fog wards thing. And there will be mist. You follow directions well. Apparently I forgot to fucking read the other sheet. I apologise. You've progressed in your training, I think. Come with me and we will attempt the trial of wood. We will do this very quickly because we can see how close we are. We're almost there. My fists are ready. Bring on the trial of wood.
This test is simple. All you need to do is strike the wood until it breaks. But it's too hard, you might say, huh? But it's not too hard. You are ready for this.
Let's do it.
Excellent focus.
1, 2, 3, and 4. The trial of wood has been completed. Master Brew's Paw, level me up, please. Thank you very much. I could sense your anxiety, but you're not ready yet. Your training must continue before you perform the final task. As for your task, I will need you to fetch me some eggs. Yes, eggs. The marshland atop the hills to the east is home to a number of birds, all of which are generally peaceful in nature. You should have no trouble gathering enough eggs to last me several weeks, so we need to obtain 10 emperor tern eggs, 4 whitefisher crane eggs, and 1 hornbill strider egg. Sure, we could do that. But will we? Now there is that's the thing. Now that we've hit level 87, we got a load of new dungeons. Granted, we have learnt the spell of Stampede, which would be very cool. But that's pretty much it. Possibly, I mean, we might be able to finish this. But the next quest, I reckon, will be at the Veiled Star, which will take us towards Kunlai. Just around this area in the Tavern of Mists. And we'll see if we can start with the Temple of the White Tiger, but I will have to review the quests I'd done. I took some pictures of it some time ago. But yeah, thank you for bearing with me over the weekend. As you could probably tell by the rambling that I've been doing over this video, you'll know the reasons why. It should be back to regularly scheduled shenanigans very, very soon. But thank you very much, everybody, for rocking up. Take care. Stay safe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.